I think what drew us to becoming a foster family is that we've wanted kids for a long time, and we were having trouble with our own way of having kids, and decided we wanted to give love to lots of kids and not just hold that to ourselves.
We sort of felt like our life was missing purpose. Like we wanted to give back and we weren't sure exactly what that looked like, and it became more of a passion than we ever imagined. I remember when we found out, that our first child had a CASA worker, and we didn't know what it was. So, we tried to take the time to figure out how that piece fit into our child's stories,
It was kind of similar to everybody else that comes in your house when you're in foster care, right? They joke and they say that your door is always open because people are coming in and out. And that's, it's not a joke, it's real. There's a lot of people, but with CASA, it pulls out the true hard facts of what you're looking at in the case, right? Because ultimately it's not about feelings and who wants what and who and where the child should go, but ultimately what is best for them and their future. Is it best for them to go back with their biological parents and continue to go back and forth in the system because their parents either can or can't, continue to provide for them? Or is it best to give them something that's stable? And CASA is able to really pull out all of those facts and put it in black and white and say, hey, this is what I really think is the best for the child based on what we're seeing on both sides, and it takes out the bias in all aspects.
I think for me, when, we're telling our story and talking about our experience, we get a lot of, oh, I could never do that, or how could you take children in and then send them away? And, it's not about us, it's about them. And the kids need people, and the foster system needs good homes for children, and to have that love and support, whether it is for 2 nights or 10 nights or 2 years. And, you welcome them in and it's terrifying, and you send them home and it's equally as scary, and you grieve and you are excited for them. And, I don't think we ever thought we'd adopt through foster care. So I think each step of the journey just sort of has become we'll see what the next day holds. And our first foster placement was with us almost a year before they went home. And we didn't realize how involved we were going to be in their lives, with the transition home, packing up their stuff and talking to their mom about things that work at home and things they eat and how we've controlled behaviors, and relaying that information of what we've done to be successful to make her successful, was also a big piece of that relationship.
Yeah, I think CASA in that situation where we've seen that, where they're working with the bio parents and then they're working with the foster parents kind of to bridge that gap. And I think that's another positive benefit to having CASA involved. Other kids that we've had that didn't have CASAs, I think they would benefit from that as well, just because you see that. And there's some personal interest, like I said, that you have, and then the personal interest that other people have.
I think they have sort of helped shape our family in the sense that they care just as much about the children as we do. And there's never, in the foster care system, there's never a thing that's too much care in their lives, because what they've been through, any foster child at all, is not a happy situation.
Sure, we sign up to be foster parents, and that's it's a really nice thing to do, and you're giving back, and you see that from one's perspective, right? But I think what perspective is lost is the parents, right? When you're talking about a kid's life and where they're going to be or end up or how they're going to grow up, it's not about who's going to do it the best. It's about what team and what village is going to show up to be there for them throughout the rest of their life, or even in that short time that they need it. And so I think that just as much as CASA is an advocate of seeing the black and white in the court case and with the bio parents, they see that with us too, and they help bridge that gap to say, hey, listen, they're not here to work against you. They're here to help you. And if you want this relationship, we're here to help facilitate that and help you get on your feet. You know, our goal isn't to take kids away from people. It's to help them and to help them get to where they should be, in whatever direction that is. And CASA helps build that relationship.